And I kind of questioned at the beginning if I was even going to have any students still, but I still teach. I have 30 kids that I have every week. So it's, yes, it's crazy.
I don't think they could have a better teacher for what you do either. What in Nashville what did you do down there?
I worked as a booking agent and a tour manager. It was kind of crazy. It didn't last very long.
You worked as a booking agent and a tour manager? Why did you do that to yourself?
I know. I asked myself that same question all the time. It was a lot of work. It was not a lot of recognition for, the countless amount of hours and all that. So like little payoff, lots of work. And I made a lot of good connections, but they just it wasn't necessarily the best experience for me personally. I've had a lot of friends who are still there, who are doing amazing things. And I love it. It's so cool. And I love visiting, but it was free. It was a lot.
Did you play while you were down there too?
No, not at all.
And why did you move? You didn't move down there to be a tour manager, right? Like you moved down because you're a songwriter and
not necessarily. I moved. So the reason why I moved is I had an opportunity to work with this booking agency that did blues bands that I really liked. And I moved down there to work there. So I kind of had like in the back of my mind that everyone has this like, shiny Nashville dream, like, I'm gonna move there, I'm gonna write music, it's gonna be great. And part of me kind of wanted that, but it was really hard to do anything while I was there. I was mostly working.
Yeah. I mean, the cost of living's higher than here, correct?
Yes. Although when I moved there, it's changed even since I've moved there. I moved in this tiny little townhome in Franklin, and I think my rent was maybe $400. It was ridiculous.
Oh,
it was ridiculous. I know.
That's really good.
It's not like that anymore.
Too. Well, I'm glad you're back here. And I'm glad I think, and if we have met before, I apologize. You look extremely familiar.
Oh no.
But that's a good thing. I think that probably what it is that, Cam and I we built the studio a year and a half ago, and we were sharing music, and he's probably told me about you. Did you ever do the open mic at Union 50?
I have not done it. I've heard of that open mic though.
That was
friends who have.
That one. It was pretty great. I mean,
that's cool.
Landon and Kara here, and Landon ran the open mic, but I wondered if
I know Landon.
Maybe we ran across each other with the School of Rock stuff, but
I bet.
Listening to, I did check out your stuff, of course. When Cam was like, we're going to book her, I said, that sounds great, because I trust his taste, and he's never been wrong. He wasn't wrong with you. Well, I shouldn't say never. I think the stuff that he likes, I've always liked, but then there's some stuff he doesn't like that I just do. And so I don't think an opinion is wrong. So let's just start with that. But so when did you start with music? Like, when did you start songwriting? What's been your path?
Yeah, I love that question, because I think that I did not have, like most people have that conventional start, like I've been doing music since I was little and writing since I was like 8, and that was definitely not me. I started when I was probably a freshman in high school, and I was a guitarist, and like that's all I did. I did not consider myself a songwriter, even though I did write songs. The guitar teacher that I had, who I still like to this day is like one of my biggest heroes, he's a jazz guitarist. And so he was very like, he would bring me to local venues in Dayton and Cincinnati. We would do jazz festivals and stuff. And at the time, I was just like, oh yeah, it's not a big deal. And thinking back on it, I was like, whoa, that's really cool. And just to be able to learn from someone not only like who is, still is extremely talented player, but also like very involved in the music scene, and seeing him interact and like, at gigs and stuff like that, it really taught me not only that I wanted to be involved in that community, but like just it was a huge inspiration for me. And so that's how I started playing. And I started playing jazz originally. And then when I got to college, I realized that there weren't a lot of people who played jazz, which I should say that, like, I feel like there it is definitely something that there's a really cool scene for it, and I love it. And at the time, I was like, I don't think I'm good enough to do this, so I'm just gonna go do something that feels a little bit more approachable. And so I started writing, and I did my first album, which I think is still on iTunes, which is really sad to think about. Back in like 20, I want to say 2011, 2012, it was under my maiden name, Kristen Bennett, and it's like this poppy little. It's I appreciate it for what it is, but I'm really happy about kind of the journey that I took from there after college, going down to Nashville and like really realizing that I wanted to make my own thing and kind of go back to my roots. So a lot of our new stuff goes back to this like really really vibey jazz and kind of like Alabama Shakes, El King type of feel, a little bit of both worlds, what I had been writing before in college and like a lot of what I did when I was in high school, and like things that I am really excited to play every night. And I love that. So yeah.
I'm pretty excited. Where did you go to school? Where did you go to college?
Anderson University. Yeah.
Did you go to school for music there then?
Yeah. So I did music business and vocal performance. Yeah.
Music business. That's an interesting.
Yeah.
I took
Yeah.
some music business classes, and I mean, anybody who's talked to me knows a story about I was basically failing because I, like a lot of musicians, just didn't do my work, and I would show up and I wasn't necessarily a good student, but I did end up passing because I.
Oh, hey there. Welcome to Raw Milk. Turn on your TV, put on your stereo, get some popcorn, grab a cat, and enjoy the show. Thanks.
Please welcome Kristen.
I've been down to the river. I got mud on my feet. Can you get any deeper than a dreamer whose sins have been released? I got my head in the clouds and I don't wanna come down. I'm feeling so far away. How did my mind let me escape? I got this itch in my soul to keep on moving, don't let go of this reverie that's holding me up. I saw glory on the back roads, water streaming to my toes. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Our salvation is closer than we hoped. I got my head in the clouds and I don't wanna come down. I'm feeling so far away. How did my mind let me escape? I got this itch in my soul to keep on moving, don't let go of this reverie that's holding me up. Ooh, oh, oh, ooh, oh, oh, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm so excited to share music for the first time in a really long time. So it's really awesome that you're listening. I'm so grateful for that. This next song is called West Coast. It's one of my new tunes. I moved out to the West Coast, took a bow from a tightrope to forget how your eyes looked back in mine. I was walking a thin line, took its toll, but I'm alright. Finally sleeping through the night. Yeah, I'll be fine. No more memories to make, no more smiles to give or fake. No, I don't even need a goodbye. Who said I needed you like you needed me too? They say it's give or take, but you always take the truth. And I'll tell you how I feel, but you never make a move. Oh, honey, you're old news, and I'm moving on from you. I broke glass when you called me, tried to lean on an old flame, felt the heat from the ashes, but there's no time. No, you can't lean on me anymore. I've closed all of the screen doors, took a sip to forget yours. Yeah, I'll be fine. No more glimmer from your eye, no more talking late at night. No, don't try to tell me goodbye. Who said I needed you like you needed me too? They say it's give or take, but you always take the truth. And I tell you how I feel, but you never make a move. Oh, honey, you're old news, and I'm moving on from you. Who said I needed you like you needed me too? They say it's give or take, but you always take the truth. And I tell you how I feel, but you never make a move. Oh, honey, you're old news, and I'm moving on from you. I'm all out of words. Can't think about the future yet. If I knew what was to come, maybe I'd be more diligent, but I cannot speak my mind. Oh, when my mind's gone quiet, I cannot tell my truth. Oh, when my heart is lying, how can I be so sure? Through all this heather gray, that the dirt beneath the path is not a grave. What was and is not anymore. Those memories pass on by. My face in a photograph can't capture what's inside, but I cannot speak my mind. Oh, when my mind's gone quiet, I cannot tell my truth. Oh, when my heart is lying, how can I be so sure? Through all this heather gray, that the dirt beneath the path, that the dirt beneath the path, that the dirt beneath the path is not a grave. See, I'm still learning how to live still. I don't have to try as hard as I do. Oh, I wanted to be still. It's just another photograph, just a line in your wheel. See, I cannot speak my mind. Oh, when my mind's gone quiet, I cannot tell my truth. Oh, when my heart is lying, how can I be so sure? Through all this heather gray, that the dirt beneath the path, that the dirt beneath the path, that the dirt beneath the path is not a grave. So this next song I would absolutely love to play. I'm gonna find my pick. Stuck it in my back pocket. This is called In Your Dreams. And it's basically when someone tells you, no, you can't do something. It's like, yeah, in your dreams, I could totally do that. I know it's been quite some time since you were out alive, but you wasted all of those second chances. 'Cause it's just one girl, that's your entire world, but she followed the moon as it dances. So take a bow and walk away. It's not your life, it's not your stage, baby. In your dreams, only while you sleep, yeah, I could be the one you're looking for. If you close your eyes, it's a great disguise, yeah, and I could be the one you're looking for. Not trying to stitch up lies, you're running out of time, so put together, but only on the surface. You can't keep up this race at a graceful pace, so give it up, go back to where you started, then take a bow, just walk away. It's not your life, it's not your stage, baby. In your dreams, only while you sleep, yeah, I could be the one you're looking for. If you close your eyes, it's a great disguise, yeah, and I could be the one you're looking for. Yeah, you'll just keep on running to the things that never hurt you, but it'll never love you like I did. Yeah, you'll just keep on running to the things that never hurt you, but it'll never love you like I did, baby. In your dreams, only while you sleep, yeah, I could be the one you're looking for. If you close your eyes, it's a great disguise, yeah, and I could be the one you're looking for. Thank you. So I have a couple more songs for you guys, but I just want to say thanks again to Milkman Studios. This is such a fun space, and I feel so cozy, and I hope that you're sitting somewhere cozy yourself and enjoying this wonderful night. Please stick around for Tommy because he's going to be fantastic. This next song is really special because I wrote it for my sister-in-law. She's actually getting married this month. I wrote it 2 years ago for her engagement, and this is a song about her and her fiance's love story. It's called The End to Forever. Oh, I was thinking about you before I knew what I wanted and saw what I didn't and waited for more. And I've to afford all of the days and buy back the time so I could finally hug to forever with you. Oh, never to lose, I'd always pick you. The sweetest of all my happy dreams come true. Yeah, I find the answer forever with you. Don't wanna delay the perfect time and place to say I love you. I do, I do, I do. Yeah, if I could look past my past and just pass along through, I'd skip the adventure and venture to settle in those sweet baby blues. And if I could count all the days between now and those few, I'd draw up a map and find that DeLorean, travel back and get you. Oh, if I could trade in my baggage and take all of the heartache so my heart would only ache to find the answer forever with you. No, never to lose, I'll always pick you. The sweetest of all my happy dreams come true. Yeah, I'd find the answer forever with you. Don't wanna delay the perfect time and place to say I love you. I do, I do, I do. Yeah, I'd find the end to forever with you. Don't wanna delay the perfect time and place to say I love you. Yeah, I'd find the answer forever with you. Don't wanna delay the perfect time and place to say I love you. I do, I do, I do, I do, I do, I do. I've got one more for you guys. The song is called Hickory. We're gonna end it on a soft note tonight. 'Cause why not? Catch your breath before the fall. A moment lost as gravity takes unspoken words between the looks we gave. The walk was far, but not as long as the way. Carve our names in hickory, run before the night is deep. Laugh so sweet it gets the best of me. Never thought I needed you. Now I know you need me too. Silence spells the words that we don't choose, that we don't choose. Remember how your smile lit up my face, not just by chance, but certainly by fate. Unspoken words between the looks we gave. The walk was far, but not as long as the way. Carve our names in hickory, run before the night is deep. Laugh so sweet it gets the best of me. Now I know you need me too. Silence spells the words that we don't choose, that we don't choose. Carve our names in hickory, run before the night is deep. Life so sweet it gets the best of me. Never thought I needed you. Now I know you need me too. Silence spells the words that we don't choose. Thank you again for taking time to listen.
We'll be right back with our next artist.
Hey everybody, I'm Rob. I'm back here. I've got Tommy Icarus. He is a long dear friend of mine, and I'm excited to have him on this show. Yeah, it's good to have you. Cheers.
Cheers.
I've got my talk show host appropriately.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is some good stuff. That is nice water. But yeah, how you been?
Oh man, all things considered, exceedingly well.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, living life, doing the things.
So, what's new with you? What'd you do over the quarantine?
Man, I tried to make the most of it. Stay sane. Partially succeeded. Been doing a lot of writing. Always writing. Working on a new album. Actually, most interestingly, I think I've been getting into Foley work and sound design for video games and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Did you know that I've actually got everything set up for integration into it?
Seriously?
It's a form of like it. I've been setting things up here so that we can do things if I come along. And actually, I've just got plug. I just we just had a meeting, our first meeting with we kind of created a voiceover collective as well.
Yeah.
And so
come on. Yes.
So that we can do that. And I'm a composer and I have things up.
Yeah.
And actually during the quarantine, I think I've mentioned before on here, what I did was I kind of retreated into my little finished attic hole. And
Yeah.
said, I'm going to get my composition chops back because that's
come on. Yeah. All right, man, we're going to have some conversations about that.
That's not why we're here. I mean, it sort of having a talk, but that's fantastic. Foley work. And I actually had a question about that. Someone said, do you do Foley work? And I had mentioned that if Cam and I had the space that we wanted right away, we were talking about building a Foley pit. So
come on. That's awesome.
Like gravel and glass.
Yeah.
All that stuff. So.
Oh yeah. All right, we're gonna have to nerd out on that another time.
We'll talk about that if at no other point when you get in here for this stream.
Yeah.
But you've been writing and you're working on a new record. I think Jim Bailey and I have talked about that, right?
Yeah. Jim's joining me on drums, and I have a couple of the fellows from the Great Train Robbery. Adam and Josh on guitar and bass. They're helping fill it out. And yeah, it's gonna be coming out we're gonna start dropping singles in April.
Okay.
So
well, good. This is perfect timing then.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be, and you can talk about it even more. Are you playing any of those new songs then on the stream?
Oh yes, okay. I will indeed.
Cool. Make sure you let people know.
Yeah. I will. I'm going to start that hype train here real quick.
Something that I like to have too. It's like fresh.
Yeah.
Something that's new. Well, cool. I'm glad to hear that. I think I've heard a couple of them. At least I don't know if you've played them live or I might have.
Yeah, you've heard some of them. Like I think Carolina, I have a video of that up.
Right, yeah.
That's one of the ones on the new album. A few others, it'll actually be the first recorded live performance. So that'll be cool.
It's one of the benefits that we have of there not being a whole lot of live shows.
Yeah.
This is the first time it's played out in public, essentially.
Yeah, right on. So
that's fun. I guess the next, what I want to know is what's it been like? Is it different? I know that you've done recordings on your own.
Yeah.
In fact, I've come over and sat and listened to them and we talked, and you do such a good job together that, it was enjoyable, and I got to add some synth parts to some things. I don't know if we ever kept it because I don't know if we ever finished it, but it was fun to work on that stuff.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I might be tugging on your sleeve here in the future if ever you're free,
I mean, I will be free for you.
Want to start some sort of just absurd synth pop duo?
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's do it. But anyway, yeah.
So what's this one been like?
All right. So it's been a massive transition for me, going from doing everything by myself. I am a mediocre sound engineer at best. I can establish I can write and arrange and get the vibe I want, but as far as the technical side of it, I'm lacking. So it's kind of cool to have been working with Jim. He has a much, much better setup and I think a better grasp of the engineering side of things. So it's been a fun collaborative effort there. And we've just been going to town, tearing songs apart, rearranging them over and over until we're like, all right, yeah, kind of feeling that. It's an interesting transition going from doing everything by yourself to almost relearning how to work with people again in that capacity.
Yeah.
So it takes a while, obviously, to develop the same sort of vibe that you would so easily on your own, but it can become so much more complex and layered. So that's just kind of, that we're just starting out, and it's a blast.
Well, I
No.
mean, that's the part about it that I'm drawn to
Yeah.
and that I love. George Martin is a hero of mine.
Mm.
There's a new documentary called Produced by George Martin. It's a
Oh,
biopic, essentially, with interviews with George. It's kind of, I think,
yeah.
kind of an homage thing towards the end of his life. It's on, no, what did I say? Netflix? No, it's on Amazon Prime.
Okay, cool. I have to watch that. That sounds awesome.
I geeked out to the whole thing,
Yeah.
realizing very well that there aren't that many people that are going to geek out the way I did.
Oh, yeah.
That's who I want to emulate. I thought what he did was amazing. He has
Yeah.
a quote from Degas about how, I think Degas said that sketching or drawing isn't what you see, it's what you have to make others see.
Mm.
That's what he does, and that's what we do in
Yeah.
the studio.
Yeah.
Used to, and we still do sometimes take snapshots, but we paint. The studio is actually a canvas. It's not just a backdrop. And so
Yeah.
these pictures as artists and producers, and that is that's my fire.
Right on.
Ben. Yeah, I'm excited for you. I'm excited to hear that, man. And we've
Right
talked
on.
about working together, and I hope to do that soon too, because like I said, that's just sort of my wheelhouse. So you've
Absolutely.
enjoyed that?
Yeah. It's surrender and control is not always the easiest thing, but it's so rewarding at the same time. I
Yeah.
kind of approached this next stage. I sat everybody down and I'm like, all right, guys, have at it. I want you to paint all over this as long as the spirit of the song remains intact. I want to see what's floating in your brains. Like how do you interpret these parts? And so I've been very, very free about that. And everything that's been written so far, I think it's been super fun. And I think it's only going to get progressively better. The more everybody learns each other's style, so on and so forth.
Do you think it's changing the way you perform them solo?
No. I usually have like 3 different arrangements for every song that I write anyway, depending on, am I playing an acoustic? Am I playing an electric? Am I, whatever. How do I feel that night?
Yeah.
So it's
Well, and not
yeah.
to knock any other sound that we've had, because it's Zoom, it's difficult, but I this is probably going to be the best sounding interview we have yet, because
Yeah.
you set up, your microphone there, and I think that's fun. I think that's good.
Yeah, I found this it's an MXL 770 that I found in my basement. I'm like, let's see how it sounds. I've been recording with it some.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, I think it sounds pretty good. So thank you for that.
Oh yeah. Gotcha, man.
I suppose we've talked a bit in the past. We've talked about Muse as one of your influences.
Definitely, yeah.
We've talked a lot about that 80s synth sound as well.
Yeah.
And so are those still your major influences? Have you found anything else? What have you been listening to? What's been going on in your zeitgeist?
So I haven't really been listening to a whole lot of music. Most of it has been orchestral compositions and video game soundtracks and things like that, kind of getting my brain in that headspace. I've always been such a sucker for video game music, going all the way back, to its genesis, where they had to do so much with so little. And so those melodies and, oh man,
Castlevania. Oh my God.
yeah. Anything from The Legend of Zelda, Castlevania, like you could go on and on. They're just soul piercingly good melodies.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's incredible.
So, I mean, I've been listening to a lot more of that than more, contemporary styles. I'd have to say maybe some Queens of the Stone Age. I love their new album. I love their old albums, all of their stuff. I always go back to like early Genesis. It's always one of my favorites. Coheed is always in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, I saw you did a cover of something.
Oh yeah. I've been working on building up, content to be able to drop it on, YouTube and what have you, consistently. Getting a little studio set up in the basement for video stuff.
Yeah.
But so not a whole lot. in regards to music. The sound is shifting on this new album, though. There's much more like maybe 90s and a little alternative influence in the 80s is kind of taking a little bit of a back seat to some of these songs.
Okay. I'm very curious to hear that. I think that that comes from working with the people you're working with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just letting the dice fall where they may and kind of feeling it. I'm like, all right, yeah, I can feel this arrangement. In some of the songs, it even got some Beatles influence going on, and so it's much broader, which you would expect having more people, throwing out their ideas.
Yeah.
So I don't think I could ever fully separate from the 80s though. So I'm probably gonna just have like one-off singles that are just gonna be like total synth nonsense. And
Well, I think I haven't heard this side of it yet. But I think you do that 80s. Do it so well. Better than a lot of the people in the 80s did. So
oh man, thanks.
I think that's something, to keep working on.
Absolutely.
What's your like what's your day like when you wake up musically? Like what's the first thing that you can notice that's happening? Do you have somebody else's song in your head usually?
No. I always have melodies in my head. I wake up with them, go to sleep with them. It drives me crazy. It just never stops, which is probably why I don't really listen to a whole lot of music, because it's always going on in my head, so music isn't an escape for me. It's work, it is life, it's how I process. So I usually go to other things for that. So I wake up, have my coffee, get my caffeine fix, man, and just follow wherever the wind's blowing.
Yeah. So what, like you said, you got into Foley and video game stuff. That's what the quarantine brought to your plate. Like that's not so much the quarantine. It just slaughtered all my show opportunities. So I just had a lot more time to put into it. Well, and that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Some of my siblings and we are making an indie dev team, and we're working on our first title. It's actually pretty close to being finished. I have some amazing modelers and animators and programmers in my family. So yeah, we're
I love life. I was stressed out, not about this. I was looking at, and I think other people share this experience, so I'm going to share it and be a bit vulnerable, but I was looking at other companies and seeing their success, and they've been doing it a while. And then I got that anxiety that, why are you even doing this? That whole crushing thing that occurs. And I'm not unfamiliar with it. We're musicians. My life since I was 2 years old. And it's not like there's no woe is me there. It's just you learn to recognize it, and you have no choice but to move on. That's what we do. So I went to and watched there's a series on Netflix actually for guided meditation, and the next episode that I had up, it's called Headspace, and the next episode I had up was about stress and anxiety. And so I'm like, oh, perfect. So, and this is it's now we started the interview at 1:30 p.m. It's now, I think I did this at 12:40. This is when I was like, okay, all right, this is what we're going to do. And aside from gaining some balance from the episode, the meditation, their animation's fantastic. And so I was sitting here thinking about it. I thought, why? Because I've put out a call for animators, and I've put out a call for people who are wanting to do game design, because I have it all, and I'm familiar, and I know the people. I've got, amongst my friends and the people that I respect, I've got composers, I've got programmers, I've got the in-between who are the musicians and the programmers who want to work with that middleman. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
And I think that having that that swelling of anxiety helped me be open to whatever's coming to me type. It always does, because again, we have no choice. So I don't want to keep talking about me though.
No, that's awesome. That you mentioned that, Because yes, I think it's a very common thread with musicians, in particular artists, creative types, where um, I mean, gosh, so many of us probably have what could be classified as a mental illness, just dealing with all this sort of stuff, whether it's bipolar disorder or what have you, stress, anxiety, clinical depression. That's actually the whole meaning behind Icarus for me. I love that axiom. So Daedalus instructs him, you have to maintain this middle ground and find balance, because if you fly too high, your wings will melt, and obviously the ocean is beneath you. And so for me, it's always been a struggle to find consistency. I just going in these terrible cycles.
Please welcome Tommy Icarus.
I'm live. Sweet. Hi. I don't know where I'm supposed to look, but apparently I'm live. All right. All right. This, I'm going to play a song then, I guess. Because I guess that's what I do. This one's called Revolution, and it's on my upcoming album. Cool. Settle down, enjoy the view. Take a breath and start anew. You are not out of line for wanting just to feel alive. And I can't help but think it's time for a revolution of the mind. A revolution, it is time. Oh God, where have we gone? 300,000 years, is it everything that you thought? Are we just animals waiting on the end? Could we aspire to more? Ooh, 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 yeah. Settle down, enjoy the view. Take a breath and start anew. You are not out of line, wanting just to feel alive. And I can't help but think it's time for a revolution of the mind. A revolution, it is time. We just chemical and infinite exchange of everything that we are. Or is there something more pulling us beyond this mud coil? Ooh, 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 ooh. Settle down, enjoy the view. Take a breath and start anew. You are not out of line, wanting just to feel alive. And I can't help but think it's time for revolution. Revolution of the mind. Yeah. Settle down, enjoy the view, take a breath and start to know you are not out of line, wanting just to feel alive. And I can't help but think it's time for revolution of the mind. Revolution is time for revolution of the mind. Oh, revolution, it is time.
I have to consult my magical piece of paper to tell me what I'm doing next. Interesting. So this is a song that was released on my second solo album called We Are Safe, and the song is called I Saw You Standing There.
I saw you standing there with nothing of your own. So you took a knife and cut a hole deep inside my heart, but you could never hold the weight of what you've done, so I let you go. Instead of being sorry and low of coming clean, you fortified your trenches piled hot with misery. No, my soul rest in peace. I wish you all the best as you are battling this disease. This little light of mine, you're not gonna put it all burn, 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 no. I'm gonna let it shine. Ooh, maybe when you see it, that heart will come out. 'Cause I can see the love is fading. Excuse me while I fight through the tears. Your poor soul is badly jaded. I saw you standing there with nothing of your own. So you took a knife and cut a hole deep inside my heart, but you could never hold the weight of what you done, so I let you go. Oh, 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 yeah. See the sun start to rise. Oh, 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 yeah. Greet the day with new eyes. Oh, yeah. together our building and blew it all to hell. And so the pieces down the river, nothing left to tell. I won't bother with vendetta. No, my soul rest in peace. I wish you all the best as you are fighting this disease. I can see the love is fading. Excuse me while I fight through the tears. Your poor soul is badly jaded. I saw you standing there with nothing of your own. So you took a knife and cut a hole deep inside my heart. But you could never hold the weight of what you've done, so I let you go. I saw you standing there. Yes. So the next song that I'm playing is called Addicted. It's off of my last album, Musings of Madness 1. You could find it all over the internet and stuff. Or so I'm told. I had a jug of what used to be milk that's filled with water that I need to find. In a memento por favor, beautiful humans. Ah, there you are. I thought it fitting, seeing as how we're at Milkman Recording Studios. Anyway, the song's called Addicted. I'm a world ignitor. I'm gonna cut you in two. You'll never be the same, babe, when I'm done with you. Out of sight, out of mind, out of time now, baby. Violent heart, violent eyes, violence in your disguise. Won't you show us the price? I saw the world for what it is, and now you're addicted. Addicted to truth. Turn back the hollow lies, 'cause now you're addicted. Like I'm addicted to you. No, I won't deny it. Yeah, I'm coming for you. Think we can stop this now and push it on through. Out of touch, out of time, out of time now, baby. Golden heart, golden hair, golden eye to the stare, more than I can bear. You saw the world for what it is, and now you're addicted. Addicted to truth. Turn back the hollow lies, 'cause now you're addicted. Like I'm addicted to you. Like a drug in my veins, a melody insane. You call me there. Like the honey to the fly, I can never pass you by. saw the world for what it is, and now you're addicted, addicted to truth. Turn back the hollow eyes, 'cause now you're addicted, yeah. Turn back the hollow eyes, hey. Turn back the hollow eyes, oh. You saw the world for what it is, and now you're addicted, addicted to truth. Turn back the hollow eyes, 'cause now you're addicted, like I'm addicted to you. Hey! Oh, where did I put my paper? Sweet. So, how are you all doing, all you lovely humans that are watching? Yeah, I can hear them in control, cheering me on. Beautiful humans. Oh, cool. Got a song for you. But first, I think I need a little bit of tunage. So here's another one off of my album We Are Safe. Actually, I'm gonna call a little audible and play one that one of my favorite humans loves. I don't know if you're watching, but Corey, if you're watching, this one's for you, brother. Boop, boop, boop. It's called The Art My Love. We know how to grow apart, as if in arms you know decide. And now the masterpiece is on display, the gallery's full, oh, it may be an unpleasant thing. Now bring it out into the light, no need to hide it from the eyes of night. You don't need to act so tough, I know you're giving up. Out into the night, no need to hide it from the eyes of night. You don't need to act so tough, I know you're giving up. Oh, 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 oh. Now please be careful, my love, with that loaded gun. The trigger's light, and when your bullet flies into my chest, leaves an awful and fatal at best, and I need healing. Now bring it out into the light, no need to hide it from the hours of night. You don't need to act so tough, I know you're giving up. Out into the light, no need to hide it from the eyes of night. You don't need to act so tough, I know you're giving up, yeah. And if you're walking through the pouring rain, don't hesitate to call my name. I won't go. Oh, 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 if you're walking through the pouring rain, don't hesitate to call my name. I won't go. Oh, 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 oh. I'll come, I'll come running for you. I'll come, I'll come running for you. I'll come, I'll come running for you. And if you're walking through the pouring rain, don't hesitate to call my name. I won't go. Ooh, leave you alone.
All right, so I have just a couple more for you, and these are both going to be off of the upcoming album. So start looking for that mid next month. I don't know where to look at one of you lovely cameras. Just a camera to look at, you know? Wait, am I looking at a camera now? Sweet. Hi. Hey, internet people. So there's a reason why I don't talk when I play live, if you're not quickly discovering. Anyway, album coming out, and these last two songs are both going to be on it in very full band fashion. Rock and roll. Heck, this string will not go in tune. That sounds kind of in tune-ish. This one's called City Under Siege.
Rhythm like a city under siege. Don't live from living by the things that we believe. And oh, too cold to feel when your hands were made to heal. You gotta free your heart to see your fate. So bound we liberate. We play with fire when covered in gasoline, and quick strike another, an anger for our relief. No, oh, no escape. Your try to free your heart or see your fate. Ooh, 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 ooh. We've come too far to roll the dice, turn our backs on the lights. When all is said and done, this is our fight. And maybe if we'll make a noise, rise up now with one voice, we'll bring light into the dark. A grenade with a pin pulled, bloody and in masquerade, our descent into mad world. But I know it can't be saved. We've got a rhythm like a city under siege, torn limb from limb by the heart we refuse to free. Yeah, thank you. All right, lovely interwebs, I have but one more for you. This song is called Carolina, and it's about a big spaceship. I hope you enjoy it. And heck, my guitar is being spicy tonight. Doesn't want to stay in the tunes. Whatever. Oh, come on now. Saucy guitar. Ooh, that sounds hideous. And my tuner's like half working right now. Gotta love it. Technical difficulties. No, it's all good. I'll just sit here and look like a goob. It's kind of working. Thank you, though. Love you too, Rob. Professional. That sounds close enough to being in tune. Anyway, this one's called Carolina. Going by the way you will defy. He was looking for a way to reconcile. Trying by the way to know your talents, your talents. And even if you never know, gotta show it. Dancing on the way we go, away, go away. Hey Carolina, won't you find the stealing? Don't be the weather in the form. Don't be the weather, won't you find us stealing our Illyria? Going by the wicked evil smile. She was looking for a way to reconcile. and down with your ways, with your web lies. You liar, you liar. And even if you never know, you got it. Dancing on the veil we go away, go, go away. Hey, Carolina, won't you find us stealing? Don't be the window in the former feeling. Don't be the window, won't you find us stealing? Oh, with the eye of a tiger in the hand of a thief, the tongue of politician, she will bring you to your knees. Ooh, 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 ooh-ay, ooh-ay, ooh-ay. Pay no mind to the man behind the curtain with the controlling his hand as he walks among the heads of all the lambs that couldn't stop. Hey, Carolina, won't you find us stealing? Don't be the window in the former feeling. Don't be the window, won't you find us stealing? Oh, thank you. I'm Tommy Icarus. Have a beautiful evening. I think that's the camera. I should look there because, yeah, eye contact. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And thanks to Milkman Studios, recording studios, for being the awesomest. Sweet action.
All that you can do is do your best. If you don't have it all together, I promise you're not alone.
Is this thing on? What? Ah.